This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, hello, hello.
Hello, sir. Yes.
Sorry, there's a network issue, so audio is not audible. I'm audible to you?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So, guys, I hope you have started your Jupyter.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So, guys, before starting the Python, we'll understand the platform. What are the different platform where you can go and write the Python programming? Okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
okay. I just request you just kindly mute yourself, and if any question, you have a one option, so we can go smoothly. You have one option, you can write me on the chat window if in between any questions come in your mind. There's a chat window. Okay. And once I complete my slide, okay, so you can unmute and you can ask a question. All right, guys?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. So there are multiple platform. There are multiple approach to write the Python programming. Okay, so one is a very basic. You open the terminal. I believe you have guys done already. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I have just not opened another terminal. So on your terminal, you just open and write Python, and you can start working from there itself. Let me just show you. Let me stop this first because it's already terminal has just engaged into this. Okay. All right. So you can see my screen, right? Python. You see that? From here, you can write your all the code. This is a very basic approach to write the Python. Okay. And if you talk about look, being a learner, you can start from the terminal where you get the chance to learn many things about this product, about how to write the Python, how if any syntax exception or any bug debugging. All right, you can learn many other things. But in production, if you talk about how the company is being a Python developer, what kind of platform you're using, so they are giving very advanced platform, so they can catch up easily if any kind of any exception, any error is coming. So it will give you the very clear picture. Yes, it will not take your time to find out this all the error, why this error is being coming. Okay, so one of the platform is Jupyter. Okay, so in Jupyter you can see that yesterday we have installed this software, and you see there are multiple not only the Python, you have multiple things. You have a Jupyter lab. You can even from here you can work on R as well. So what we are having here, so through the Jupyter we'll see how exactly the Python works, and what are the best thing about this Jupyter. Will understand the features. It's one of the notebook, and you can make it all the document here itself. Okay, and third and very important thing is your ID PyCharm, which we technically say what PyCharm. Okay, let me show you. Okay, so I guess on IntelliJ it's ID through you can write your all the Python coding there itself. So there are three different approach you can say. One is a Python on the terminal. One is a you can write the same cell scripting on Jupyter, and third in terms of ID you can use the IntelliJ and you can write the Python there itself. Okay, so we'll start from today. We'll start from Jupyter. Okay, so we'll learn how exactly Jupyter Notebook works, and you'll learn this. So first of all, I guess yesterday you have created this Python, right? So get inside the Python and you can create your all the documents. So you can make a very good notebook while learning, and all the commands. Means it's a platform where you can run your command, you can make your own notebook, and yes, in future if you want to brush up, you can come and work it itself. So let's start with the first. So you can just go to the Python. I hope you guys is there. Just right, go to the Python, click onto Python 3. So it will open a notepad notebook. This page it will open, and you can just click here and write the name. So day one in topic logical name you can write it. It's a Python. Okay, see here. Okay, so basic Python is written here. Okay, so there are four different. If you go into this part, if what exactly you want to do. So the one part is what code. If you want to run the code, right? If you want to run the code, you select the code, and so you can write the command and do that. Okay, you can write your command and execute it through run, or shift enter. You can write turn if you do not want to use this. So shift enter, it will execute your command. Okay, the second option, let's say you want to write some heading. Okay, not this. Okay, let me just okay, let me close this. Let me just okay, Prwatech, you can cut all the cell you can cut it. Okay. So see here, you want to write the Python. So give the heading of the topic today, what we are learning today. So if you want to give the Python anything, any topic, let's say Python fundamental, Python basic. If you want to write the heading, like you are making your notebook, so you write it and you say, remember that it's a heading, always being heading. So when you click on the heading, it will ask you this prompt will come. You just click on OK. Then with the hash, you write your heading and just execute this. So see here, you're given the heading. That's the one. I think you understand. Okay. The second thing is markdown, some basic. Okay, so what is Python? Python, you want to write it. What is Python? Okay, you want to write something. What is Python? Right, Python is a shell scripting. If you want to make some notes about some details, shell scripting language. Okay, anything you want to write it. So that's it. And I will not use run. I will just execute this. Shift enter. You see that your notebook is ready. This is how I believe you're sitting in the classroom, you're making your notebook like this. Okay, now you want to write some code. So okay, I want to execute the code. So A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 2. Okay, enter. It will go into the next line, and you say that you want to do some operation, print AB. Okay, print AB. You're saying that print AB and just shift enter. See here, your output come. Hope it's fine.
Yes.
Yes, you can ask a question, please. Yep. You can do the same. Shivam. Yeah, I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible.
Yep. To do the same, just make this animation.
Okay.
You make sure you select and then execute. Heading, markdown. Shivam, you done? Shivam, you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, please respond me. Either on the chat you can. Yeah, let me know once done.
Yes, sir.
You done, guys?
Sir, Can you repeat again how to go in this Python?
Okay, no problem. Yeah, feel free to ask a question. You're into this page?
Yeah, but in this page, I don't see anything.
Yes,
Is
you're into the Python folder.
yes,
So see, yesterday you have created the folder, right? Python.
yes.
Get into
Yes.
this.
Then okay, new Python. Okay.
Just click onto the Python. It will create one page. This will open.
Okay.
You click here and you give the title name, whatever you want, and rename it. That's it.
Okay. Okay. 1 minute.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, I have one question. So I have write the first heading Python basic. Then I press Shift Enter. Then that thing is execute. After that, what I need to choose to write it down that what is Python and Python is shell scripting language.
Okay. This is Markdown.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes, done, guys. Yeshua, can I get a quick response?
Yes, sir. I'm writing the code right now.
Yep. Take your time, guys. We will go very slow. Slowly, gradually, nothing in hurry. So first 5 session, take your time because these are the very basic thing you have to learn very well. Okay, you have to very much flexible to write all the code, command, the heading or description. Okay, so we'll talk about more about Jupyter Notebook features.
Hello.
Yep.
Yes, sir. I'm done.
Yes, Suryakant, done.
Yes, I also done.
Okay, no, just before. Okay, between this two, you want to add one more cell. Okay, for any reason you think that you have to add one more cell. So you see here, plus mark, insert a cell below. Okay. You think you want to write some more things here, you want to run the code, or you just opt what you want, you can do that. So this will insert a below. Okay. If you want to delete any cell, simply select that cell and click onto this. Okay. If you want to make it up and low, if you want to get this cell low, up and down, you can control from there. So, okay. See here. All right. And remember that unsaved change. So it usually automate save it happen. Automate save it happen, but you can do that control S. So it will say auto saved. It happen automatically as well. Nothing to worry. While you're working, if you want to close and save, so just write close and halt. See here, close and halt, closed. So now Later, if you want to open, you can just go and open it again. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, John. All right. So this is what and how this work. And you're running local, right? There's a one way to start it online as well. You can do it. If you're not installed, you can run it online as well. Just write Python Jupyter and you can work online. But it usually it get disconnected. Okay. So the best thing is you can do it locally and you can save it. You can work it. Even what you learn. Okay. And let's say Suryakant, you did some program today. All right.
Yes.
And this program you want to share with Shubham, right? So do not copy, mail, and paste it. Simply just go to this and this cell, you which format you want. If you want to run the same on Jupyter notebook, so this is the file format here. Notebook IPNB. Just download and mail it to Shubham. Okay, so what you have to do? You will go back and you see that you will upload this file. One simple bit. Okay.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Upload
Okay.
this file, and now you can execute IPNB file format the way, and all the code you will see that coming the way you want. Same in Jupyter format. So remember the Jupyter format is IPYNB. If it is a PDF, there's other .py as well, Python format. All right.
Yes.
Insert cell. Yeah. So insert is this. You want to see view. There's a so the major features you can use it from there itself. Okay. All right. Good. So let's talk about writing code. Okay, so Shivam, means how much total experience you have?
Nothing, sir. Just a basic programming like Hello
No,
World
no,
and
no.
all.
You're a mechanical engineer, right?
No, no, sir. I'm a civil engineer.
Sorry,
I'm a civil engineer.
civil
I am a
engineer.
mechanic.
So, okay, okay,
Suryakanth is
great.
mechanical. I'm a civil engineer.
Okay, so guys, did you get the chance to work some kind of coding in your academic at least?
Yes.
In the first year of engineering.
Yes, college. Right, right, right. So I believe language first year in academic, you get the chance to do some coding back. Right. Let's talk about Java. If you have to define a one variable in Java, you remember how you define? Okay. So what is the approach in Java? You define the class name. All right. Class name is A. Then you define this. Right. Then you define the variable. How you define a one variable, guy? And you have to define the
Integer.
data type. What type of variable you want? All right. Then that is option. You want to initialize this value or not. If you do not, let's skip that. So 10. All right. Then you write int b is equal to what? 20. Right. Okay. This is what? Two variable. Right. Then you define what? Main method public static void main something. All right. And then you pass the argument something. Then again you define the main method inside this. You define a one void a function, a method, not function. Function is in C++. So void and void what, let's say a method name, just write it add. Okay. So inside this, what you do, you call You want to add two number, right? So what you write? See that. Still I'm writing. So voided, and then you write a plus b equal to c. Okay, C have not defined, so I have to define your C as well. I have to declare this C, and C is equal to C. Let's not initialize, so C, right? Then print, you write it print C, right? All right. Then from here, it's a non-static, right? It's a non-static method. So for the non-static attributes, what you have to do, you have to create an object. You have to create an object new ob any obj is equal to, all right, just write it new object a, what do you write it, like something, even I forgot. Okay, something you write it to create the object, right? Then what you have to do it from the, how you will call this function method, you call by object obj. Okay, obj dot and add, then it will print you the value of C. You got it? A big code that you have it. If I ask you 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, almost 15 lines, right? But the logic is what? This. Very simple. This is the logic. For that you have written this many attributes in here. Okay. Now if you check this, if you see that, if I ask you write this in what? Python. All right. The same code. What I want to print add a two number, right? So a is equal to 1. Define this. I'm not defining any data type here. Just the way here you declare this, I'm doing the same. So how it is different from other programming languages? When you define this, do not define the data type. Then how it will take the, how will come to know the what is the data type? I'll let you know. A is equal to 1, and then you declare b is, whenever you define the variable, no need to define the data type. B is equal to 2, and then just print. What do you want to print? A plus b. Okay. All right. See here. 1 2 3. 1 2, and the measure is, I'm not writing a C, I'm directly calling the this arithmetic operation, and then execute the command, either this or control shift. You see the value 3 comes. All right.
Yes, sir.
Which one is easier for you, Suryakant?
Yes, Python is easy. No need to
You write 50
substitute
lines of
more.
the code, you can write in the 3 lines. Right. This
Yes.
is the best thing about shell scripting, and that is why the popularity of Python has become more. So earlier the Python was shell scripting, we were writing this all the code into programming language, but now the Python popularity become more. The reason is very simple. Now data science, why we are learning to do the Python? Because in data science, machine learning is an algorithm, right? So that all the algorithm, okay, that all the algorithm which we are writing into data science, we can write in the programming language. So we have 4 different options. What we have? We have 4 different options. The first is what? Java. The second is what? R programming. The third is what?
Python.
Scala. Fourth is what? Python. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So these are the four options you have. But most of the machine learning, when you write the machine learning, you need to write the code, right? They develop all the library. Okay. Inbuilt libraries are available. So you will go and select, okay, this library required for this, and you just execute this. So now the question is, most of the use case libraries are written into Python. Let's say you start learning, you start writing all this R, your machine learning library learning R, and you start working on that. What do you see that when you're doing it at the micro level or project level, you don't find this, machine learning algorithm libraries written into R. So you cannot develop that, right? You cannot develop the libraries easily, right? So you come to know that these all the libraries are written into Python. So again, you will take the U-turn and you will learn Python and then start writing this libraries using the Python. Okay.
Okay.
So that is why the popularity of Python become bigger. Okay. Clear, guys? And you see how easy to learn that. That's the best thing. It's easy. It reduces the complexity of the code. The 15 lines of the code which you see, that why I have written this much things, even you have to learn too many concepts to write this. Okay, and why I have written this, I will give you the fair idea how it is checking the data type, where is the address of this. Okay, I will show you all the things in my code. So if you say that, okay, you have not taken the data type, so how would taken the data type? So there's a property called type inference. You can write down type inference, which will take the by default data type. Sorry, which will give the data type by default. How? You have written one, so one is integer, so it will show the integer data type internally. You want to see the data type? Let me show you. So how to check the data type? Print type, which variable you want to see. A, you see that integer, right guys? If you want to see, if
Yes,
you
sir.
want to check the, you want to check the data type of this, you see that. All right guys,
Yes, sir.
just try that. If you want to see the address, if you want to see the address, right, of this variable, everywhere whenever you declare any variable, it will be stored, and it will get an address as well. Okay, how to check the address? What is the address? So just type it. How to check the address? These are the very basic thing, guys, you should know. Okay, so you type it id, sorry, type what? id, id, just a minute. Okay, you see that address, and this is the two different unique address. All right,
Yes, sir.
yes, please run this command on your machine.
Done, sir.
Yes, Surekha.
Done, sir. Sir, one question was there.
Yep.
Sir, ID means what? Now my show value is different. Means ID means I don't understand.
Address
Address.
of this variable. Okay. So how exactly this address being maintained? Just
Hmm.
okay, let me just open this. All right. So see here. Let's say welcome. So let's say what is the variable name? What is value? And what is the address? Okay. So let's see how it works. So you have defined one variable a. Okay. And it will its value 1. All right. Var val1. And if this value is unique in this table, it will assign a unique address. Generally, it's in hexadecimal value. Let's say I'm writing the unique address xyz. Okay. You written a b, right? B is equal to what? The value 2. So 2 is a unique value in this table. It's a yes. Does this value taken by some other variable? So no, it's a unique. So for every unique value, it will assign a unique address. Now let's say you define one variable c. C is equal to what? You written what? 1. Okay. So it will say that, hey, C having 1, it will check, does it, is that unique? Let's say no, already A hold this value. So it will not allocate, sorry, it will not assign a unique address. It will assign the same address what A is having, means X, Y, Z. Understand? Now see here. When you call A plus B, all right, call this, right, A plus B. So how it will call A? It go in A, yes. Then A address is what? Value of this will be called by its address. You got it? XYZ. Always it will call by its address. Okay, so it will assign 1 and the operation what you have written plus. Now it will say B. We'll go and check in this table B. What is the B address? This. So it will go and call this value by its address 2. Let's say you have written C. Okay, as well. So it will go and check C. C, what is the value it hold? XYZ hold what? At 1. So it will call 1. So remember, all the duplicate value, you see that all the duplicate value having the unique, having the same address. So this is what in the back, the memory management is all the topics. At the back,
Okay.
it holds all the memory address in this format, in this way, the table format.
Okay.
Yes, Shreyakan, hope it's clear now.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So, right. All right. What next? We have keywords. We will learn all this thing. So if you talk about the Python command, single line command, you can pass a single line command as well. Let's say you want what this function does. All right. So by this hash, you can comment it add two numbers. So if you want for your reference, right, you can write like this. You can comment like this. Okay. We have multiple line comment, 3 single quote or double quote. So 3 single quote and you just close by the same. Okay. Or else you can put the double quote and you can write the description with a bigger if you have. So either single quote or double quote, whichever you think it's work, you can do that. All right. So this is how we comment in Python the hash or this way. We'll talk about the docstring later. What is the docstring for that? Okay. Continuation. So let me just 0, 0. Sequence. Concatenation of 5. Okay, so we talk about continuation. So in the continuation, what you can do, continuation, let's write the title. Sorry, title. So type it continuation and execute this. So what is continuation? Let's say you write it, you have a plus b plus c plus d plus f. All right, it's going a to z, right? Or 1 to 100 you are adding. So what do you like? If I ask you, give me the sum of 1 to 100. So what you will do? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 like this, right? But it's one line, it's a bigger, right? It will go 1 line, 2 line, 3 line, but it's not look more presentable, right? So what you can do it? You can write like that: a plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus backslash. Then next line you can move it 4 plus 5, then 6. This way you can do that. Let's try this. All right. If you write print a, all right, guys. This is the one approach. The second approach is what? Bracket. Simply give the bracket. Print a. Okay. Please try this. Run it on your machine. Yes, done. Sure. Done. Please write me in the chat. Yes. Zoom done. Yeah,
Hello.
please come. Yeah, yeah.
Sir, that bracket thing is going good, but when I try to do the backslash thing, it's giving me some error, syntax error.
Just read the sentence. What is written there?
Sorry, I need to write it down again.
Your solution
Sir,
is work.
sir, can you please repeat that backslash thing again? Sorry, it's not working.
Which
It's
one?
just showing me some indication error. An indent does not match any
Indentation.
outer.
Indentation. Right, right, right. You see that the space match, right? 1 plus
Mm-hmm,
2 plus 3, right? It should be the
mm-hmm.
same. It should not be before and after, right?
Okay.
Indentation, because there's some space issue. You must have written this. You have not taken the space. So just put the syntax where I'm written, the same way. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about the indentation. Okay. So you see here, pattern indentation. We'll talk about. So please write the same what I have.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Surya, you have done. Just take another example, guys. Just write one more example. Do it yourself.
Okay.
This guys done.
Yes.
Shubham?
Yes, sir. Done. I have one question, sir.
Yes.
Hello. So can we do it with the words or just name? Now we are doing it with the numbers. So can we do the same thing with the words or name? If I wanted to write it down some words or
This conference will now be recorded. This conference will now be recorded.
Yes.
hello. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. What is the accept? Is it running?
No, sir. I have what I did. I just write it down. A is equal to Shubham. I write it down my name, then space backslash. On the next line, I write it down Surya space backslash. On the third line, I have just write it down name Amol, and below that I just give the function print a. So it's just give me a error that syntax error, invalid syntax, Surya space backslash.
So what you are trying to do, that is string concatenation. Okay.
Okay.
So that we will learn this. If you want to add a string, Okay, because
Mm-hmm.
you're adding the number, right? So if you
Right.
want to add a string,
Mm-hmm.
okay, we'll see how to do that. Okay,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
all right. So it's a little early to discuss about this. All right. So let's on some few more topics today. Hmm. Hidden variable. So this we discuss about, right? Hold a value. So variable, whatever the value you declare, right? It hold a value in memory. That has been maintained by the constant pool. Okay, that is in Java, and it hold the ID keyword show the memory location of the variable. Okay, this is what we have learned. This part, right? Address it holds the memory, and when you're learning this all, right? Let's say you run this command, right? So the two things will come, both giving the same output. So I should use this or this. So when you talk in terms of optimization, right, which give much faster result. So now in that, after learning, you will start working on this. So which one giving the faster result? So you have to focus on the optimization. So optimization means cost optimization. Okay, so I should use this in which condition, I should use this in which condition, so I can get the better result. Okay, memory optimization. So when I'm writing this, how much memory it is taking to store my data. All right, so these are the parameter will help you actually to justify how to do the optimization and what code I should use in which case to get the more optimized result. Got it? So we'll learn all this thing in optimization and all. Variable value override possible. It's override is possible in Python. Okay, no need to define the data type. Okay, we see that define when we written here, we have not defined the data type, right? When you have written something, we have not defined any data type. So the data type is taken by default. Feature is what called type inference. This is also in Java. This is the property of Java that's we are using here, type inference. Type conversion support. Now let's say you have written, you have defined integer, right? You have defined here integer, but for any reason you want to change the data type. We'll talk about in which case you can change the data type by tomorrow. So that is also possible. Okay, so that is also possible if you want to change the data type. Okay, so a is equal to 1, b is equal to 2. All right, print ab. All right, so if you want to change the data type, we will learn tomorrow how to change the data type into that case. Okay, so if you have defined a data type, a string, and you want to change the data type in integer or some other float to integer, string to other data type, so that is also possible in Python. Okay, so tomorrow session, what we will learn about how to change the data type, then we'll talk about the number, complex number, we talk about the string, boolean, right? And then we'll talk about collection topic, how this data, whatever the data you're writing here, right? How exactly to hold the data at the back. So there's a topic called collection in which I'll show you how to hold a set of numbers in terms of homogeneous or non-homogeneous. All right, guys. So today's session, this is all the topic. Now, I believe your LMS, you can see that videos are available. You just go and check that. Go to the dashboard and see that the course enroll. One course is available day-wise. Can you please just check and confirm? Hello.
Yes, I am checking it. Good. Sir, it's still not showing anything here.
Just refresh that. Yes, Shivam?
No, sir. It's still showing